Hi students, we are discussing Unit 19 Movements in Animals. In this lesson, in our previous class, we discussed about the types of joint. So on that, there are three types of joints that are present in human beings. One is the immovable joint or fixed joint. Second one is the slightly movable joint, and the third one is the freely movable joint. The freely movable joint is a synovial joint. We discussed the structure of the synovial joint in our previous class. Now we are going to discuss about the types of synovial joints. Okay, synovial joints are divided into 6 different types. They are hinge joint, pivot joint, ball and socket joint, ellipsoid or condyloid joint, saddle joint, and plane joint. Okay, ma'am. The first one is the hinge joint. The hinge joint allows the movement in only one axis like this. It does not allow the movement in this direction and also in the circle direction. In this joint, one bone has cylindrical head and another bone has a curved head, so it move only one direction. We can see the hinge joint in our doors. We can move the doors in only one direction like the hinge joint. Okay. The best example of hinge joint in our body is the elbow and the knees. It allows only the flexion and the extension. This is the hinge joint of our elbow. It allows the movement only in flexion, extension, and extension. Next one is the pivot joint. It also allows the movement in only one direction. It allows the movement in a long axis within a ring-like structure. Here is the elbow again. In this, the radius bone has a circular structure and it is bind with the curved surface, ring surface of the ulna. The ring surface is completed with the help of the ligament, and within this, the circular radius moves over the ulna and we can rotate our hands like this. Pronation, supination, pronation and supination. This is the radius bone and the ulnar bone. So during the circular movement of the radius, it is overcome the ulnar bone and we can twist our hands. The lower surface of the radius and ulna also have the pivot joint and it allows the free twisting movement of our hands. The pivot joint is also present in atlas and axis bone of the spinal cord. Next, we will discuss about a ball and socket joint. The ball and socket joint has a ball and a socket. In this, one bone have a ball-like head and another bone have a socket or cup-like head. The ball is fixed into the socket and allow the various movements. Okay, so here we have the up and down movement and the side movements and also the circumtension. Okay, so a rotating movement, all the movement is present, it is allowed here. The ball and socket joint is present in a hip region between the hip and the femur bone, and also it is present in a shoulder and the arms. The shoulder and arm bone has the more free movement, so that in sometimes it may comes out of the socket and we can fix them easily into the socket again. Next one is the ellipsoid or condyloid joint, which allows the second wide range of joint. Okay, so in this, a bone has a slightly circular structure and a ellipsoidal structure, and the another one bone has a shallow cup-like structure, so which allow the movement in all the directions like the ball and socket joint. The ellipsoid joint allows the sliding movement. Here the circular bone that slide over the shallow cup shaped bone. The ellipsoid or condyloid joint that is present in our wrist region of our body, and it allows the movement like this. Next, we will see the saddle joint. The saddle joint is similar to the ellipsoidal joint, but here the circular movement is restricted. The circular movement is absent here, and one bone have concave head and another bone have convex head. The convex head that present on the surface of the concave head. This type of joint that allows the gliding movement of the one bone above the other bone like these directions, so that we can move the joint like this, and abduction, exduction, and the circumtension and the rotation is absent here. The saddle joint that is present between the carpal and metacarpal bones, that we can rotate our thumbs freely. The next and the last one is the gliding joint or the plane joint. The gliding joint have the two bones that have the two plane surfaced bones. The two plane surfaced bones have the gliding movement over the other and the circular movement. The gliding joint that are present, the gliding or the plane joint that are present in a carpals and the tarsal bones of our forelimbs and our hind limbs. It is also present in a clavicle and shoulder bone joint. Okay students, in this class we discussed about the types of synovial joint. In the next class we will discuss about the skeletal system of our body.